Aloha, I'm Tiffany and this is my Vegan Aloha kitchen. I've made many different vegan cheeses here on my channel, from a stretchy mozzarella to a simple feta, but this recipe is going to change the vegan cheese game. My favorite brand is hands down the Field Roast Chao Cheese. It's creamy and meltable, and it's the only store-bought brand that I found that doesn't taste like rubber. Today, I'm going to show you how to make it with just a few ingredients, and it comes together from start to finish in under 20 minutes. So let's get started. I tried a couple of different methods to get the cheese just right, but for the first brand, I wanted to use the ingredients that were listed on the back of the Chao package. I simply added 1/2 cup of chopped tofu and soaked it in a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 cup of filtered water overnight. Add your tofu and all the liquid. Then add in 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons of refined coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 5 teaspoons of potato starch, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Blend together until smooth, then add to a pot over medium-high heat. Mixture should be smooth and creamy. Add in a little bit more liquid if the mixture appears too thick. I simmered mine for about 5 minutes, stirring constantly. Spray your cheese mold with a little bit of oil and transfer to the fridge to firm. I checked after about 24 hours and the recipe came out a little less firm than I wanted it. It was jelly-like and had an overwhelming potato starch taste. This one still tasted great with crackers, but it wasn't the consistency I wanted. For the second batch, I wanted to create a firmer cheese. I typically use agar-agar, which is fast and easy, but you guys have recommended using kappa carrageen, so I wanted to give that a try and see the difference that it made. For this version, I mixed together a 1/2 cup of tofu, soaked in 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, and 1 cup of filtered water in the same proportions, and soaked it overnight. I added in a 1/2 cup of coconut milk and doubled the sesame oil to 2 teaspoons. Then added only 2 tablespoons of potato starch and 2.5 tablespoons of kappa carrageen. The kappa carrageen is made from seaweed and has properties that will help thicken up this cheese, making it sliceable and shreddable. Add a little bit of salt and blend in a high-speed blender. You can also add in nutritional dry yeast to give this a cheddar flavor, or any herbs and spices at this time. I'm adding in the 3 tablespoons of refined coconut oil to a pan set to medium-high heat for this one, then adding in all the other blended ingredients. Heat to a simmer for about 5 minutes, mixing constantly until mixture is smooth. You can see the cheese firm up immediately and even start to cling to the spoon. Add the cheese directly to a prepared mold for a cheese block. If you want thin slices, you can use a mandolin or transfer your mixture to a shallow pan. If you use this method, make sure you preheat the pan first so that your mixture will spread out evenly. If it's too cool, it will seize up and you won't have even slices. This cheese is sliceable, shreddable, and melts perfectly in a grilled cheese sandwich. I batch make this and freeze it so I can add it to any meal. It's also great on its own. If you have any tips, recommendations, or suggestions for this recipe, make sure you post them in the comment box below. I learn so much from you guys every time I post a new video, so keep the comments coming, and don't forget to save this on Pinterest so you have the recipe on hand. As always, mahalo, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the kitchen.